Hi, my loves. Welcome back. This session is on something that feels like the beginning of a much bigger problem than what most people are ready for. There have been a lot of questions right now about whether the US is in deeper financial trouble than what we're being told, whether this is the beginning of a much bigger collapse, and whether regular people are the ones who are going to end up paying the price for it. So, in this session, we're checking the energy around how bad this really is, what may be coming next, and what people need to understand right now. Before we begin, I want to remind everyone that this session is for entertainment purposes and spiritual insight only. Everything discussed here is alleged. Nothing in this video should be taken as factual claims, accusations, financial advice, or guaranteed predictions. These are spiritual energy check ins. And remember, energy is always subject to change. Timelines can shift. Free will always plays a role. And what spirit shows in a moment reflects the energy as it stands right now. So please always use your discernment and trust your intuition. Take only what resonates with your heart and lovingly leave anything that doesn't. And if you feel called to go deeper into your own personal questions or situations, I offer private tarot and pendulum readings through my Etsy shop. You'll find the link in the pinned comment below and in the video description. If you visit my shop, you'll be able to read through the reviews others have left. Okay, my loves, let's get quiet and check the energy. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Is the U.S. government's current debt situation more serious than most people realize? Yes, thank you. Are we already at a point where fixing this debt situation would require major disruption or sacrifice? Yes, thank you. Is the US dollar likely to lose meaningful value in the next 12 months because of the current debt situation? Yes, thank you. Is a government withholding or softening how bad the financial situation really is to avoid public panic? Yes, thank you. Is the US likely to face a major economic collapse within the next 2 years? We're getting a maybe. Is there a real risk of a banking crisis where people lose access to their money, even if it's temporary? Yes, thank you. Is inflation likely to rise to a level that severely affects the average person's ability to live? Yes, thank you. Is there a real risk of a major stock market crash that harms retirement savings for a large number of people? Yes, thank you. Are we heading towards an economic downturn severe enough to be compared to a depression? Yes, thank you. Will everyday Americans struggle more to afford basic necessities like food, rent, and utilities over the next year? We're getting a maybe. Are major cuts to Social Security benefits likely in the coming years? Yes, thank you. Spirit, is Social Security likely to face a serious funding crisis a lot sooner than most official projections suggest? Yes, thank you. Are some people at a real risk of receiving far less from Social Security than they expected after paying into it for years? Yes, thank you. Is Medicare also at a real risk of severe funding problems that could affect elderly Americans' care? Yes, thank you. Are mass layoffs and rising unemployment likely if the economy worsens significantly? Yes, thank you. Spirit, is it likely to become much harder to find work that pays enough for people to live on? Yes, thank you. Is job security likely to become more important than most people realize in the near term? Yes, thank you. Are mass foreclosures and evictions likely to rise if people can no longer afford housing? We're getting a maybe. Is homelessness likely to worsen significantly across the US if the economy continues to decline? Yes, thank you. Are homeowners at a greater risk of losing their homes if financial conditions get much worse? Yes, thank you. Is there a real risk of instability in the US banking system in the next 6 months? We're getting a maybe. Is there a real risk of instability in the US banking system in the next 12 months? Yes, thank you. Are bank failures or closures more likely in the near term than most people realize? Yes, thank you. Is keeping all of one's money in traditional banks likely to carry more risk than usual right now? We're getting a maybe. Is there a real risk of the government limiting withdrawals or restricting access to bank funds during a major financial crisis? Yes, thank you. Is household debt likely to become significantly harder to manage if the dollar weakens or if the economy worsens? Yes, thank you. Is the government likely to raise taxes significantly on regular Americans in response to this debt crisis? We're getting a maybe. Are major cuts to programs like Social Security, Medicare, veterans benefits, or other public support likely in attempt to save money? Yes, thank you. Is the government likely to respond by printing large amounts of money in a way that harms the value of the dollar? We're getting a maybe. Are austerity measures likely where services are cut and people are left with less support? Yes, thank you. Is Congress likely to take meaningful action before the situation gets much worse? No, thank you. Is Congress likely to fail to take meaningful action before the situation gets much worse? Yes, thank you. Spirit, is the Iran war being used in part to pull attention away from the U.S. financial situation? Yes, thank you. Is the cost of the Iran war likely to worsen the U.S. economic crisis? Yes, thank you. Are the rising oil prices that are connected to this war likely to put even more strain on the economy? Yes, thank you. Is the current administration likely to use more conflict or wars to redirect public focus away from financial problems? Yes, thank you. Are other countries becoming less willing to rely on the US dollar because of concerns about the American economy? We're getting a maybe. Is another country or system likely to begin seriously challenging the US dollar's role as the world's main currency? Yes, thank you. Is there a real risk that international trade will be disrupted because of declining trust in the US economy? Yes, thank you. Are other countries quietly preparing for the possibility that the US could default on its debts or face severe financial instability? Yes, thank you. Is the economic crisis likely to accelerate noticeably within the next 6 months? We're getting a maybe. Is the economic crisis likely to accelerate noticeably within the next 12 months? Yes, thank you. Is there likely to be a specific triggering event that pushes the situation into a more obvious collapse? Yes, thank you. Is the public likely to experience a moment where the severity of this crisis suddenly becomes impossible to ignore? Yes, thank you. Spirit, has this crisis already begun in ways that most people are not fully recognizing yet? Yes, thank you. Is there still a realistic path to preventing a full economic collapse? No, thank you. Is this full economic collapse something that has to happen? Yes, thank you. Is this full economic collapse for the collective's greater good, even if it doesn't feel like it at this time? Yes, thank you. Could meaningful changes in leadership or policy still improve the outcome of this situation? No, thank you. Are many of the people that are currently in power more focused on protecting themselves than to truly fixing this problem? Yes, thank you. Would avoiding the worst outcome require a much deeper system wide reset than most people are prepared for? Yes, thank you. Spirit, is practical preparation likely to matter more than most people realize if the economy declines further? Yes, thank you. Is there still time for regular people to protect themselves if they start preparing now? Yes, thank you. Are alternative stores of value likely to become more important if confidence in the dollar keeps weakening? Yes, thank you. Are rural areas likely to become more stable than major cities during a severe economic crisis? We're getting a maybe. Spirit, is becoming more self sufficient likely to help families weather this economic instability a lot better? Yes, thank you. All right, my loves. That's where the energy is sitting right now around these questions. And honestly, this is one of those sessions that feels heavy because it touches on something so many people can already feel building, even if they don't fully have the words for it yet. There's a lot of uncertainty right now, a lot of fear, and a lot of people wondering how bad things really are and what it could mean for everyday life moving forward. As always, please remember that this session was for entertainment purposes and spiritual insight only. Everything we discussed is alleged. Nothing shared in this video should be taken as factual claims, accusations, financial advice, or guaranteed predictions. These answers were based on the current energy surrounding the situation at the time of this reading. Remember, love, energy can shift, timelines can change, and free will always plays a role in how things unfold. I actually wrote about it on Substack, so if you're curious to know on how all of this works, I'll have the link to my Substack in the video description and in the pinned comment. Love, please always use your discernment and trust your intuition. Only take what resonates and leave anything that doesn't. If anything in this session resonated with you or confirmed anything that you've been feeling, let me know about it in the comments. And if you have more questions that you would like me to bring to spirit in a future session, leave those below too. I read everything you write, and I really do pay attention to what's on your heart and on your mind. And if you ever feel called to explore your own personal questions more deeply, I offer private tarot and pendulum readings through my Etsy shop. You'll find the link in the video description and in the pinned comment. Love, thank you for being here. Thank you for sitting with me through a heavy session. And thank you for bringing your discernment into this space. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll meet you in the comments.